Good morning, students. Today we're going to start a new chapter, that is demand. It's a very easy and interesting chapter. Today I'll be discussing with you meaning of demand and factor affecting demand. So let's start with the meaning. Desire, want and demand. These three words are interchangeably used in day-to-day life. But in economics, all these three words have different meanings. Let's see. First is desire. Desire is a wish to have something, to possess something. So desire, for example, a poor desires to buy a car, but it doesn't have sufficient resources. So this is just a mere wish. It means we have willingness to purchase, but we don't have resources. Let's take one another example. For example, if I want to purchase a private jet, but I don't have resources, then it is known as desire or a wish. Now want. Want, a desire becomes want when we have resources. For example, if I want to purchase a new car, I can because I have resources. Clear? So a desire becomes want when we have sufficient resources. For example, if we will take the same example, a poor wins lottery, suppose, and now he has sufficient money to buy a car. So under want, we should have willingness and ability, both. It means we wish to purchase that particular thing and we have resources also. So when these two things are there, that is known as a want. Next is demand. Demand further is extension of want. So when we are purchasing a particular commodity at a particular price and at a given time, that is known as a demand. For example, Ram is purchasing pen of rupees 100. That is known as a demand because he is purchasing. He wishes to purchase a pen. He has resources and at a particular price and at a particular time he is purchasing also. So that's why that is known as a demand. So time and price is very important in demand. So in demand we should have willingness, ability to buy and we are buying at a given price and time. I hope these three words are clear to you. Now let's see a particular definition of demand. So what is the meaning of demand? Demand is a quantity of a commodity that a consumer is willing and ability to buy at a given price and time. Clear? So it means demand has four important elements. One is willingness, second price, third is time and fourth is quantity. We are purchasing some quantity of a commodity at a particular price at a particular time. Clear? Now demand further has its two types. First is individual demand and second is market demand. First is individual demand. When a demand is made by a consumer, a single consumer, that is known as a individual demand. So we will write the same definition because here we are writing a consumer. So demand is the quantity of a commodity that single consumer or a consumer or one consumer, you can write anything, is willing and able to buy at given price and time. So same definition you will write, there is no need to learn again and again. For example, Ram buys 4 registered at 50 each. Now second is market demand. So market demand is a demand which is made by all the consumers present in the market. So again you will write the same definition with a small change. So what is the definition? Let's see. Demand is the quantity of a commodity that all consumers, so instead of a consumer you will write here all consumers are willing and able to buy at given price and time. Clear? So same definition we have used for demand, individual demand and market demand with small changes. Done? Let's see one example of market demand. For example, there are three consumers in the market, A, B and C. A purchases 2 registers at 20 each, B purchases 3 registers at 20 each and C purchases 5 registers at 20 each. So in this case, market demand will be 10. 2 plus 3 plus 5. Clear? Next is determinants of demand or factor affecting in demand. Under this we have two questions: factor affecting individual demand and factor affecting market demand. If you will get the question, explain determinants of demand. So in this case, you will explain determinants of individual demand. It means until unless it is not given market word, in that case you will explain these determinants, these factors affecting demand. So demand is always affected by number of factors. Whenever you want to purchase a particular good, in that case you have to check the price, not price of that particular good, but also your price of related good, income, taste, preferences, etc. So there are number of factors which affect the demand of a particular good. So let's see in detail what these factors are. First is price of own commodity. So price of own commodity is always an important factor which affects demand. Let's see how. If price of a good increases, demand for the good will decrease, and if price decreases, then the demand for given good will increase. So we can say that there is a negative relationship between price and demand for a commodity. Now second is price of related good. So one factor is price of own commodity, but the price of related goods, other goods, will also affect demand. Let's see how. Related good means other goods, and these other goods can be classified into two ways. First is substitute goods and second is complementary goods. So let's see what it means. First is substitute goods. Now what is substitute goods? Substitute goods are goods which can be used in place of one another. For example, Coke and Pepsi, tea and coffee, etc. So all these are the examples of substitute goods. You may get one more question also. Define substitute good. Write two examples of substitute good, etc. So in that case, you have to learn the meaning and example as well. Now let's see how substitute goods affects demand. There is positive relationship between the price of substitute goods and demand for given commodity. It means positive relation means if price of substitute good will increase, demand for given commodity will also increase, and vice versa. Vice versa means if the price of substitute good will decrease, demand for given good will also decreases. Now let's take one example for the more clarity. So I have taken here one example, Coke and Pepsi. Let's see. If the price of Coke increases, in that case the demand for Coke will decrease and the demand will shift to Pepsi. So in this case, demand for Pepsi will increase. So it's very easy to learn. If price of Coke increases, demand for Pepsi will also increases. It means there is a positive relation, and vice versa. Done. Next is complementary goods. Complementary goods are the goods which are used together to satisfy a particular want. For example, pen and ink. Second example, car and petrol, etc. Now let's see how complementary goods affects demand. There is always a negative relationship between price of complementary goods and demand for given commodity. It means if the price of complementary goods increases, demand for given good will decrease, and vice versa. Let's take one example for clarity. For example, if price of petrol increases, demand for car will decrease, and vice versa. Clear? Because there is a joint demand. So the price of one commodity affects the demand for other commodity. Clear? So I hope it is clear. Substitute goods and complementary goods. This point is very important in 4 mark, price of related goods. Now next is income of the consumer. If there is any change in the income of the consumer, then it also affects demand. Let's see how. If there is any increase or decrease in the income, then there is change in demand, but this depends upon the nature of the commodity. So let's see that. So we can study the effect of change of income of the consumer in two ways. One is in case of normal goods and second is in case of inferior goods. Now first of all, normal goods. In case of normal goods, there is positive relationship between income and demand. It means if income of a consumer increases, the demand for normal goods will also increase, and vice versa. Clear? Inferior goods, in case of inferior goods, there is net relation between income and demand. It means if income of the consumer will increase, then demand for inferior goods will decrease. Why? Because if there is increase in the income, then obviously that person will prefer superior goods, that is normal goods, and the demand for inferior goods will decrease, and vice versa. Done? So if you will get this question, explain the effect of change of income of the consumer on demand, then in that case you will explain these 2 points, and if it is in the 4 mark, then you can give the example also. So we can take care of one example, toned milk and full cream milk. So toned milk here is a example of inferior good, and full cream milk is an example of normal good. So you will explain accordingly. Done? So if our income of consumer will increase, then he will prefer full cream milk instead of toned milk. Now what is inferior good? There is no proper definition what it is, but yes, if a person is buying a particular good just because of low income, then that commodity will be considered as a inferior good. Clear? Next point is taste and preferences. Taste and preferences also affect demand. It includes fashion, custom, habits, etc. If a good is in fashion or it is preferred by the consumer, then the demand for that product will increase, and vice versa. It means if a good is not in fashion, if it is not preferred, there is no taste for that particular commodity, then in that case demand will decrease. Clear? Next is expectations of change in price in future. If the price of a certain commodity is expected to increase in near future, then people will buy more of that commodity than what they normally buy. It means they will purchase more quantity of that particular product whose price are expected to rise in future. If there is expectation of the increase in the price in future, then present demand for that good will increase, and vice versa. So there is a direct relationship between future change in the price in future and present demand. Let's take one example for more clarity. If price of onion is expected to rise in future, then its present demand will increase. So we have done 5 points, 5 factors which affect demand, and these are: first, price of own commodity, price of related commodity, income of the consumer, 4, taste and preferences, 5th, expectation of change in price in future. Now let's see next question, that is determinants of market demand. So there are some factors which affects market demand. And what is market demand? We have discussed the demand made by all the consumers present in the market. So let's see what these factors are. First is size and composition of population. So market demand is affected by size as well as composition of population. So first is size. If there is increase in population, then obviously market demand will increase, and vice versa. And second is composition of population. It means the ratio of males, female, children and number of old people in a population. It also affects the demand for a commodity. For example, if a country has a large portion of women, then in that case the demand for cosmetic products will increase. Clear? Next is season and weather. The season and weather conditions also affects market demand for a commodity. For example, there is more demand for woolen clothes in winter and more demand for raincoats in rainy season. Clear? So weather and season also affects demand. Third is distribution of income. Distribution of income means either there is equal distribution in income or unequal distribution of income. If there is equal distribution of income, it means there is less gap between rich and poor. Then in that case, market demand will increase. It means maximum population of a country is able to purchase goods. And in case of unequal distribution in income, it means there are very rich people or very poor people. So in this case, the market demand will reduce. Clear? I hope both the questions, determinant of individual demand and determinants of market demand, are clear to you. Thank you.